Northport at TNT pasok na sa semifinals after talunin nila yung kanilang mga respective rivals sa quarterfinals ng PBA 49 season Commissioner's Cup. At yun na nga, hindi na umabot sa knockout game yung serye na involve ang Northport at TNT dahil tinalo na nila yung kanilang mga kalaban, yung yung binabanggit nga natin, number 1 seed ang Northport, and then number 2 itong TNT. Sila ay may twice to beat advantage at hindi na nga umabot sa knockout game yung kanilang serye. Itong TNT ay tinalo yung Eastern, and then yung number 1 seed na Northport ay dinaig itong Magnolia. Yun muna yung pag-usapan natin, yung first game ng doubleheader ngayong araw ng Huwebes, February 6, 2025. At nagwagi nga itong Northport sa Magnolia sa score na 113-110. At very exciting yung naging laro, especially sa endgame dahil even though lumamang ang Northport ng 14 points, 101-87 sa fourth quarter, ay humabol itong Magnolia dahil sa tulong na rin ni Paul Lee na nagbuslo ng mga 4 points, In fact, I believe 2 or dalawang 4-pointers ang kanyang na-convert dun sa final stretch. Pero meron din siyang tinira na 4 points nung dulo. Down by 3 itong Magnolia. Nag-decide si Paul Lee na tumira ng 4-point shot, hindi pumasok. At doon na nga halos nagtapos yung laro para sa Magnolia at nakasurvive itong Northport sa score na 113-110. Actually, itong Northport was down by as many as 14, dun sa first half, 57-43. Pero ang ganda nung kanilang third quarter, outscoring itong Magnolia 36-15 sa third quarter. At dahil na rin yan sa tulong ng tatlong players, na ipapakita natin yung kanilang stats sa laro kanina. At ito nga, ito nga pakita natin, yung statistics ni Kadim Jack, Itong si Kadim Jack ang nanguna para sa Northport with 30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. So, excellent defensive effort para dito kay Kadim Jack. That included 10 points in the third quarter, para sa Northport Batang Pier. Si Arvin Tolentino naman nagtapos ng 25 points on 10 of 12 shooting from the field. At nagtala rin siya ng 9 points dun sa third quarter. And then si William Navarro with 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals. Gumawa si William Navarro mostly doon sa fourth quarter, He had 6 points in that quarter. And then even si Alin Bolanadi gumawa rin 12 points, 9 in the fourth quarter. So talagang ang daming heroes para sa Northport, sa laro kanina against Magnolia. And after the game nga, sa post-game interview, ay nabanggit ni assistant coach Renzi Bahar na talagang determined itong Northport na tapusin na yung laro against Magnolia. In fact, I believe prior to the game, maybe a day or two, ay nagkaroon ng players only meeting yung Northport, na kung saan talagang nag-usap sila ng masinsinan kung ano nga ba yung dapat nilang gawin para talunin itong Magnolia. And para kay assistant coach Renzi Bahar ay isang prueba yon na talagang gusto nang tapusin ng Northport. Ayaw na nilang umabot sa knockout game ang kanilang serye against the 8th seed Magnolia Hotshots, na kahit nga number 8 sila ay aware sila sa kalibre nitong Magnolia. Last season sila yung runner-up dito sa Commissioner's Cup 48 season. Natalo sila sa San Miguel, and they know na kung umabot sa knockout game yung kanilang serye ay baka madisgrasya pa sila. So talagang determined sila na tapusin yung laro tonight, And yun, nakausap din natin si William Navarro at sabi niya the job is not yet finished, magse-celebrate sila after the game, but there's a lot of work to be done. Sabi nga niya ay feeling niya ay underdog ang Northport kahit anong mangyari. whether ito nga, pasok na sila sa semifinals. If they reach the finals, tingin niya underdog sila dahil Anya ay kahit nag number 1 seed ang Northport ay hindi sila pinag-uusapan. So in a way, talagang merong chip on their shoulder itong Northport ayon dito nga kay William Navarro. So again, sabi nga niya, hindi pa siya satisfied and we want more. At proof nga yan na ang Northport ay gusto pang umabot sa finals, but they will be waiting for their opponent. It will be either Barangay Ginebra or Meralco, at pwede na nating malaman kung sino makakalaban ng Northport as early as tomorrow, Friday, dahil maghaharap itong Ginebra versus Meralco, with Ginebra holding a 1-0 lead sa kanilang best of 3 semifinal series. So again, Northport talagang ginugulat pa rin ang pwede natin sabihin ginulat ng mundo itong Northport with the way they're playing. Talagang they are determined to make a statement dito sa Commissioner's Cup, at ito nga yung kanilang pagpasok sa semifinals. This is their third in franchise history, no? The last one happened in the 2019 Governor's Cup. Well, sino bang kalaban nila doon? It was Barangay Ginebra. And after winning game 1, itong Northport ay natalo sila 3 straight games against Barangay Ginebra. So will it be a different story? Ginebra pa nga ba ang makakalaban ng Northport, or will it be Meralco? Titingnan natin yan at malalaman natin yan bukas, no, sa game 2 ng Ginebra against Meralco. Will Ginebra finish off Meralco or magpipwersa pa ang Meralco ng game 3? So kayo, anong tingin nyo sa nilalaro ng Northport? Ay talaga bang are they for real? Talagang ito yung talagang nagiging natin kwento ito yung nagiging trend ng Northport ngayon. They are really going up at they have something to prove. So ako naman, ang tingin ko, nasabi ko na rin dati, Northport is for real. Talagang fit yung kanilang sistema under Coach Bonitan. Their running game is working. They are a good defensive team despite being one of the top offensive teams in the league. They played defense as well. So talagang all around itong Northport. And they will be a dangerous contender pagdating sa semifinals. But of course, yung bang youth ay makakaapekto sa kanilang performance pagdating sa semifinals, because regardless of whether they face Ginebra or Meralco, ay definitely yung experience nandun sa kung sino man ang makakalaban nila. But of course, a great story, no, itong Northport. And for those na kumbaga cheering for the underdog, it's going to be a great story kung mag-champion ng Northport sa conference na ito. But again, mahaba pa yung magiging laban, mahaba pa ang tatahakin ng Northport Batang Pier. Okay, doon naman sa kabilang quarterfinal pairing, no, between TNT and Eastern, nagwagi nga itong TNT sa score na 109-93, and it was a close game nung first half, but nung pagdating ng third quarter, doon na lumayo itong TNT, and that was through the efforts of Ronde Hollis Jefferson and ni Jason Castro. Si RHJ, as we show itong ating sinulat sa ating whiteboard, RHJ with 31 points and 15 rebounds para sa TNT in their 109-93 victory. 9 points came in the third quarter para kay Ronde Hollis Jefferson, pero si Jason Castro talaga yung talagang kumamada para sa TNT. He had 13 of his 16 points in the third quarter. So dahil dun sa pinakita ni Jason Castro offensively, ay dun na nga lumayo itong TNT kontra sa Eastern, at tumulong na rin sila Ray ng Batak, 11 of his 18 points in the fourth quarter, at dun na nga lumayo itong TNT. They led by as many as 19, 109-90 late in the fourth, at doon na nga nagwagi itong TNT kontra Eastern. At after the game, sabi ni Coach Chot Reyes ay they made adjustments, especially dun sa import, no, because they did expect na itong Eastern will make an import change, no, because prior to the game nag-decide ang Eastern na ipasok or ibalik itong si Cameron Clark at pinalitan niya itong si Chris McLaughlin. At kung matatandaan ninyo, itong Eastern tinalo yung TNT in TNT's opening game of the Commissioner's Cup, at ang import ng TNT or ng Eastern was Cameron Clark. So according to Coach Chotres, they were expecting na baka si Cameron Clark yung maging import, and they did made a change, talking about Eastern. And in fact, nag-practice nga itong TNT in the afternoon on the eve of the game kahapon. So kasi ang rule sa PBA, if you will make a change, import man yan or local, they have to submit that change sa lineup on the eve of the game, and ang deadline is 12 noon the day before the game. So inantay mo na nilang dumating yung 12 noon, and when they knew, nung nag-submit na ng lineup change itong Eastern for this ball game, at doon pa lang nag-ensayo yung TNT. So again, a good adjustment there for TNT na at least, no, they were able to prepare for an Eastern team with Cameron Clark playing, no, for Eastern. So TNT again, they're back in the Final Four for the second straight time this season, and alam naman nating lahat na kagagaling lang sa Governor's Cup title itong TNT. Well, for the Eastern team naman, ayun, out na sila, no, after that loss to TNT, and nakausap natin si Coach Mensur Bajramovic after the game, and admittedly, no, yung kanilang balancing act of playing in 3 different leagues, no, yung PBA, EASL, and yung kanilang Hong Kong domestic league, affected them, no. Yung talagang napagod sila dun sa kanilang balancing act with their 3 leagues. In fact, kahapon lang nasa Taiwan itong Hong Kong Eastern to play Taoyuan Pilots, no, sa kanilang last game sa EASL, sa East Asia Super League, and that was also a crucial game for Eastern dahil I believe the winner of that match will move on to the semifinals, but eventually natalo rin itong Eastern over dun nga sa Taiwan team, no, yung Pilots, no. And admittedly, sabi ni Coach Mensur ay talagang yung fatigue ay talagang naramdaman ng koponan, no. Nahirapan sila to deal with playing in 3 different leagues. Sabi nga niya, it's parang humanly impossible yung ginawa nila. It's not human to play in 3 different leagues in 3 different areas, no. And in fact, nung past 2 games, they played 2 games in 2 different countries, and even siya, no, naglalaro siya dati, no, and when he was coaching other ball clubs, hindi niya naranasan yung ganun na maglaro ng 3 liga at a time, no. So talagang yun ang naging problema ng Eastern. Actually, during the conference, late in the Commissioner's Cup, nagkaroon pa ng time na may laro sila dito sa PBA, may laro rin sila sa Hong Kong at the same time, no. So what they did was split the team up. So may mga local players na naglaro sa Hong Kong, and then yun nga, mostly yung mga guys like Hayden Blankley and Glenn Yang naglaro sa PBA. But as far as I know, itong si Glenn Yang naglalaro rin sa Hong Kong League. So he decided, or the team decided, na hindi na palaruin itong si Glenn Yang sa kanilang Hong Kong League, no, nung time na yon against Magnolia. Eastern decided na si Glenn Yang ay maglaro na lang sa PBA. And yun na nga, no, talagang nahirapan sila. Actually, they lost that game, yung Eastern, yung laro nila against Magnolia. Natalo sila doon, and actually yun yung, in a way, beginning of the end for Eastern, no. So, but again, great job pa rin para sa Eastern, no, to do that. Sabi nga ni Coach Mensur, he was proud of the way the players played. Nagbigay sila ng magandang laban against TNT, but it was not enough. And ayun, doon na nagtatapos ang kampanya ng Eastern, yung guest team, and we asked kung balak pa ba nilang maglaro sa PBA after this, and sabi naman ni Coach Mensur, actually, sa pagkakaalam niya ay 2 years maglalaro ang Eastern sa PBA. I don't remember the PBA confirming this, but yun nga, sa pagkakaalam ni Coach Mensur ay 2 years silang maglalaro dito sa PBA. I'm not sure kung yung first year ay kasama to, but definitely from the way Coach Mensur said, kung doon sa tanong nung sinagot niya yung ating katanungan kung gusto ba nila maglaro sa PBA pa uli, and it looks like they will be playing next season, no, dito sa PBA. So yun. So anong tingin nyo sa TNT, no? Do you think they have a chance to win a Grand Slam? At this point, no, I know it's too early, but kayo, baka tingin nyo capable ba ang TNT na mag Grand Slam? I'm sure yung mga fans ng Barangay Ginebra has something to say about that. And syempre yung Barangay Ginebra, definitely they want a championship this conference. And yung sa Eastern naman, anong tingin nyo? With the way they played, kung wala ba silang mga balancing act dito sa kanilang tatlong liga, tingin nyo ba it would have been a formidable team kung sa PBA lang sila nag-concentrate? Let us know, no, kung anong tingin nyo doon, no, sa ating mga tanong. Ako naman tingin ko Eastern would have been a contender, no, kung nag-focus sila sa PBA lang. But again, it's beyond their control. Marami silang liga nilaruan, and it is what it is. So yun, doon na nagtatapos ang ating recap, no, ng mga pangyayari ngayong Huwebes, February 6. And again, our games on February 7, Friday sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium. It's going to be Meralco against Barangay Ginebra. Sila naman ang first game at 7 p.m. followed by Converge against Rain or Shine at 7:30 p.m. And it's going to be definitely, it will be an action-packed game, especially dun sa Meralco and Rain or Shine na they are facing elimination in Game 2 of their best of 3 showdown dito sa PBA 49 Season Commissioner's Cup. At dyan na po nagtatapos ang ating recap. Again, ako po ulit si Ruben Terrado, and thank you for your support sa ating different platforms, especially on spin.ph and of course on our YouTube channel. Just watch our interviews, post-game press conferences, and even yung Magnolia, we have an interview with Coach Chito Victolero on assessment niya on their campaign dito sa ating PBA Commissioner's Cup. So yun, diyan na muna po nagtatapos ang ating video for today, and we will see you next time.